know this one. It's definitely true.
No. It's all your fault.
No, you don't even know what the question is. You're the one who wrote it.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
You're literally the one who wrote it on the map.
I don't have access to the map right now. Because I still forgot to upload last week's session. So, welcome to the new session, everyone. Say hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
I refuse to acknowledge Craig.
I'm sure you do, John. He refuses to acknowledge you in return.
That's fine.
So last session, you guys played with a duck of many things. And then annoyed the shit out of the High Commander, the Imperator Rex, of all the legions of Terra.
Chief of Staff.
Mm-hmm. Essentially the Joint Chief of Staff to the President, is who you decided to piss off a little bit.
Yeah, government doesn't work anymore.
All the legions marched on. They shared with you their plans for taking care of the armies of the Blighted that are outside this structure. And asked you what your plan was, for which you didn't really have an answer. Hopefully you've taken some time to think about that, because we're going to pick up with Titus Valerian riding their horse away from you, trailing the Legion, and joining up with them quickly as the Elves and Legion march onward. As you watch them ride away, the Legions and Elves marching, not in lockstep, but as in mass, headed towards the encampment of the Blight, a familiar face pops into your view. All of you see Ed.
Arlo smiles and bows to Ed.
She smiles at you as well. Ed looks a little bit different. Ed is wearing some small pieces of armor, nothing that is providing any kind of full coverage, but is definitely more warlike in appearance. Her hair is no longer kind of knotted and messy. It is still full of charms, but it is tightly braided against her head with the ends of the braids kind of pulled back into a knot at the back. Definitely more warlike in appearance, carrying a staff, but no other visible weapons.
Her frying pan.
No, her frying pan is not present, actually.
Dwayne's not there.
Dwayne the Pan Johnson is not there right now. That you can see. She smiles at you all. Heard you guys were here. What you doing? Helping us out, I see. I'm hoping. Been a while.
Well, it looks like we're going with you guys to finally defeat Dragonfor.
Here's hoping. You guys want some help?
Yes. Always ready for you to join us.
She gives you a little wink. Says, okay, I'll be there. So what's the plan?
The plan is victory.
With the potential of stuffing Dragonfor in a bag of holding.
Okay. Okay. Interesting premise. Don't know how you're going to get him in there.
We got the last one in there, and nobody thought we were going to do that.
Yeah. But I think he's a little bit more powerful than that thing you guys took care of.
He is.
I mean, the guy's been the high priest of Atune for I don't even know how long. He worked at the academy training wizards too, so really the guy is pretty tough.
Well, hopefully
Are
it'll be
you
such a
sure?
simple plan he won't think of it. He'll be expecting more of us.
What do you mean more? Is there no one else right now? Is it just you guys?
Right now, just us. Valen is up with his family. Delta kind of went off on her adventure, on their adventure to France.
Where the fuck is France?
Harlow just shrugs and shows the note that just says going to France.
Ed shrugs.
We're like, so that's the plan that we got right now.
Okay. Well, I'll follow you guys. Obviously, a little bit more powerful now than when you last saw me. A little bit more put together. But I'm still gonna try and do some crazy shit, so we'll see what happens.
Always ready for crazy.
Good.
Yeah, never hurts to have wild magic on your side.
Yeah, wait till you see what I can do. So now,
And how far of travel is it to?
several more days. So, like, what you guys want to do in the meantime is up to you. If you have plans for how you want to use those 3 days to get anything prepared, or what do you guys want to do? Really is the question.
Bruce is going to go hunting for mushrooms along the road.
Okay, give me a nature check.
Give me a second.
I'll give him guidance on that.
Okay.
I don't even have my sheet open. What am I doing?
Bruce.
So, what does guidance do?
It's a D4, right?
Let me. Yes.
So, 21.
Okay. There are not many areas where mushrooms would grow in these grassland areas. It's not exactly the environment for them to grow in to begin with, let alone the fact that this area is distinctively blighted. With 21, you can find maybe one mushroom. It is black and with streaks of gold. The fins on the other side, though, are green. Like, it's definitely blighted. It's definitely not something that you want to consume.
Can I try to identify it? See if I would recognize it?
You would just kind of recognize it as just a plain mushroom, but it has been blighted to the effect that it is like, don't eat this. Is what the black and green is telling you.
Harlow just watches Bruce pick up this one mushroom and just goes, "So what you gonna do with that?"
Bruce isn't sure yet. He got some wisdom from Flank about mushrooms, so he's trying to figure them out.
Okay. You could just add blighted mushroom to your inventory sheet.
Perfect.
As you are all walking, Ed is just singing quietly to herself in Elvish. None of you understand.
What are they singing? Sing to us, Ian.
I don't speak Elvish.
You had the
speak
chance to
Elvis?
do Elvis Presley, and you
Yep,
didn't.
Elvis.
Yeah, except they're Gaelic. I'm not seeing fucking Elvis. Honestly, to be completely honest, do I even like Elvis? No.
Hurtful.
I don't know why. I just don't care for Elvis. I
But
get like
Elvis-
He is a king.
But
Rock-
Elvis Presley,
rock and roll
though, he slaps.
mm. Mm. We'll see.
During this time, Harlow is probably connecting with like the head elders around him and just making sure everyone is prepared for what is to come.
What elders?
The Elvish elders?
Anyone really that's in charge. So like people understand and know that this is going to be rough.
You guys are alone. The Legion has marched off. The elves followed them. You see them ahead of you, unless you'd like to try to catch up. There is no one around you. The countryside is empty of, life, really. What plants that you can see are blighted. Even the water is muddy and gray and lifeless. You see fish floating down through any water. Any animals that you see are bones on the ground.
Harlow's holding a skull and talking to it. As an elder. Oh.
I
It's
think
very
that
Delta.
I think Harlow is trying to keep up with everybody, but still just aware of everything going on around him. And
Okay.
because inside his head, Carlo is freaking out about like how he helped with this destruction.
Mm-hmm.
What did Carlo do?
Because Carlo was so badly blighted, Carlo was spreading this around.
Mm.
And he didn't care. He just wanted to seek revenge on the mother trees.
Mm-hmm.
So Harlow is having a lot of inner dialogue about it and just trying to stay calm.
Okay.
Bruce is gonna try to while we're walking, also like dehydrate the mushroom.
You want to dehydrate the mushroom.
Yes.
How would you like to dehydrate the mushroom, Bruce?
Well, I mean, if we're walking, it's just gonna be airing it out. He's gonna have it like on a little stick behind him, the carrot on a stick type thing.
Okay.
Go on.
It's just gonna air dry as he's walking, unless he gets to a fire. Then he's gonna hang it, above it to slowly dry it. Not
There
roast
is
it, dry it.
I mean, there is no fires. There is. You guys are walking. It is morning.
Well, I know, but I'm
If
saying if
you-
we stop anywhere, that's what Bruce is gonna do, and we start a fire.
There's no plan to stop anywhere until nightfall. As everyone marching has trail rations that they are able to eat, the Legion does not stop marching for the day. They are moving always.
That's fine.
Okay. So you put on a stick behind you, over your shoulder, hoping
Yep.
that it will dry out sufficiently for you to do whatever the fuck you're trying to do with it.
Yes.
About midday, we'll swing into midday. It is the same mushroom. It has not dried out at all.
Do I find any other mushrooms?
No. You're lucky that you found one. This is not the environment that produces mushrooms. This is basically like a savanna.
Anyone else got anything else?
Anything else you want us to do to plan or to prepare anything?
Harlow
This
is just
first
shocked
day
that
of
you.
travel.
Harlow is just shocked that you found a mushroom to begin with.
Yeah. As we walk, Pal's gonna be kind of, I guess, just thinking. Well, of course, praying to the mother trees and kind of racking his brain, trying to call forth any and all knowledge he might have forgotten about Dragon Lore and any anything he thinks might like help in the battle. Tendencies,
Harlow reminds
information,
everyone that he
feature.
has that spell Feeble.
I remember that.
That makes you real dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bruce wasn't there for that.
No, Bruce was not.
So Harlow explains that Bruce, while Bruce is still looking for mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, you're looking for fucking truffles or something.
No, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I just I'm glad Ian doesn't quite remember our conversation from last week.
Dude,
Um,
if you're from the wedding,
Yes.
dude, I drank so much,
I can tell.
and the entire wedding, I'm like, this is great. I'm not drunk at all. Drink. I'm doing still really good. It's been an hour. Drink. Wow, I'm still not feeling any of this alcohol. Drink. Me and Brittany get in the cab back to the hotel, and I'm like, oh fuck. Literally all hit me at once. Like, this is not good.
how many drinks did you outdrink me?
John. Yes.
I had 10.
Mm-hmm. I had 15 to 20.
Hell yeah, my dude.
No. Bad. I had 4 drinks while we're doing pictures.
Fair. Okay, so
The
counting
issue
that,
is-
I had at least 15.
Yeah. Wild.
The issue is at the wedding, it depended on which bartender you went to. It depends on how strong your drink was.
There was one bartender who was just like, you'd like a whiskey
Yes.
Coke? How about whiskey with a splash of Coke?
Yes. You had to figure out which one that was.
Mm-hmm.
Ian doesn't even remember any of the people's names there.
Like who?
Who got married?
You and Marissa.
I was gonna,
That's
know
all
these
you have to
two
remember.
people.
What was your name again?
Exactly. All right.
Rex was there.
So,
and
yeah, what was the color of my underwear, Ian?
Not pink, duh.
I think I might have worn pink that day. No, I had pink earlier.
Yeah, no, it was navy blue. So,
Jesus Christ, I hate that you remember that. Anyway.
we all have to change. And it's either, it's a guy's underwear. It's black or navy blue or gray. Really.
I have purple ones.
That's nice.
Anyway, back to D&D.
Back to D&D. Where were we? Traveling.
What we were
Bruce is
doing
on the ground scouring for mushrooms.
Harlow's having internal conversations.
Uh-huh.
And Pell, what were you doing? You were thinking back on
just trying to remember everything he can about Dragonborn.
Okay. Sure, give me a oof. I guess an insight check would be the best to see what
That's
you can
what I
remember.
Or history.
Yeah,
Or history.
Because while this is happening, I'm trying to explain to Bruce what is happening and what is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll roll a history too.
Pell's doing history too.
Okay.
Well, I'm not helpful.
I was about to say, I think the history book is wrong for you, John.
What'd you roll, John?
A 7.
Okay. Remember, you got to tell me because I don't have roll 20 pulled up right now.
Oh, sorry, a nat 20.
Shut up. What'd you get, Tim?
18.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
So with an 18, you are remembering that Dragonvor is very powerful. He is the high priest of Atune, so who is the goddess of nature. As you just learned as well, he was also an instructor at the academy, teaching wizards. You don't know what, but he definitely worked there teaching wizards as well. So
Probably
you
more
can
specialist.
you can basically understand that he's probably has wizard capabilities and maybe some druid capabilities as well. In your last fights with him, you faced the Feeble Mind spell, which he seemed to be able to cast more than he typically should have been. What that means, you're not quite sure. But maybe it's some kind of innate ability that he has, or whatever is controlling him has. You
Remember, he used to cast like a sunbeam a lot, whatever spell that was.
mhm,
Yeah. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Well, no, not
Hmm.
moonbeam. Sunbeam was better than moonbeam.
It is, but I don't have that one.
They're very strong. They are powerful in magic. They have they are guarded well and protected well against magic and weapons. They are going to be hard to kill, or hard to take down, or hard to whatever you need to do.
Is there any kind of thing or substance that like nullifies magic in D&D?
Well, there's anti-magic things, but like a beholder has a eye that creates an anti-magic field. There is I think there's different ways to set up anti-magic, but there are you proficient in Arcana?
I think so.
You should be.
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, yeah, then
Yeah, I am.
you're not. You know that there are ways to it, but you probably haven't really studied enough to know how to do it. Any of that would be quite technical in terms of either rituals or enchantments. It's not something that you would ever have done before or know how to do. Maybe heard of it once, but not more than that.
Yeah, it'd be nice to ask like one of the the Imperial, Army Wizard Corps people about. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you catch up to them around midday. They have slowed down temporarily, not stopped marching, but just slowed down a little bit to get food, pull rations. You see some of the elves have stopped completely and have made fires. Bruce, you can use that time to try and dehydrate your mushroom.
Perfect.
You'll have to try not to cook it. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see. And I think
not fully cook the mushroom immediately or have it drop in the fire. The DC is going to be 15, we'll say.
It's a dexterity saving throw, you said?
Dexterity, yep.
Sweet. I get at least a plus something to my +3 because of my charisma.
Oh, that's true, you do. Plus 3 saving throws, that's nice.
That's about right for you.
What'd you get?
An 8.
You do not dehydrate the mushroom. You cook that mushroom. It is letting off some really, really noxious fumes.
Is it dangerous fumes?
Turns out that when you try to cook something that's blighted, it is going to try and kill you. You are going to take some necrotic damage.
Harlow is going to use Gust of Wind.
Too late, bud. He's cooking it.
Fair.
Oh, let's see here. You're going to take, let's see, let's do 2d6 necrotic damage.
You want me to roll that for you?
That'd be great, John. I would really appreciate that.
What'd you say, a D100?
2d6.
2d6.
86. Got it.
John, trying to kill me here?
5.
5. Okay. You take 5 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 2. You have permanently lost 2 hit points.
I mean,
Which, I mean, for person, like, what, that's like half your health, right?
I know. I'm like, it's 3 points or 2 points. It's like, I
Hey,
still,
good thing I didn't roll a D100. Good thing it wasn't a D100. I rolled 48.
Huh?
I still a one-hit kill beforehand, so I'm still a one-hit kill now.
Yeah. That's true.
It can't get worse.
Your HP is fucked, Bruce.
See,
So it's midday. Lunch is
Cloud
had.
of elk camps of poison, blight powder, smoke.
Mm-hmm. The elves have noticed what you were doing and ran away as soon as they saw what you were trying to do. You were luckily the only one by fire. But the elves that had stopped to pick up their camps and hustle along. Do you join with the Legion? Join with the elves? Keep marching on your own? What do you guys want to do?
Well, Pell wanted to go talk to the wizard corps in the Imperial Army.
There's not
before
necessarily
we move on,
a magic
Wait.
corps. Magicians are kind of scattered throughout the Legion as either engineers, healers,
Well,
combat-
Pell's going to find the one with the pointiest hat.
What are you trying to learn from them?
I guess just any kind of anything that would kind of inhibit magic that might be used against us.
Okay.
Maybe that's the thing I don't.
Let's see. They do tell you that there is a spell. It is a very powerful spell. None of them can cast it, but they are, these are wizards. They have been, or whatever, clerics, sorcerers. They've all been to the academy. They've trained in the Legion. They know their shit. But there is an anti-magic field spell that some people can cast. None of them can, and they know of no one around can. But it creates a 10-foot radius invisible sphere of anti-magic around you. You can cast no other spells while using that. Magic items become mundane.
Ooh.
Nothing. Nothing can protrude into the sphere. It lasts for an hour.
Yeah, that would be useful if we had a way to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, it affects you and anything around it. So it would be,
Yeah.
your your quiver wouldn't work. You would not be able to access the things in your quiver.
Oh,
Your sword would lose its properties.
yeah,
It would essentially function as just a non-magical rapier. It would have none of the awakened, enlightened
yeah. It would just
effects
have
anymore.
plus
And
damage.
Mhm. And anything within 10 feet of you would also be similarly affected.
Yeah, no. My idea with that would be to turn it into like some kind of a flask and throw it at Dragonborn, and then we all beat him when he falls to the ground.
Mm-hmm. That is something that you could. Let's see. Yeah. They from their knowledge, your knowledge, with your efficiency in Arcana and other magics that you've experienced, that while the spell is great and would suppress magic that Dragonvor would use against you very effectively, if you were able to get it on him or get it near him, find somebody who could cast it, or enchant it into something.
Yeah.
You then can use no magic against him
Mm-hmm.
because it negates everything.
Yeah.
You literally would have to beat him down with mundane weapons after losing all of its all magical effect in anything you had carried or used.
Mm-hmm.
So it has its benefits, but also significant difficulties.
Yeah.
That is all
Yeah,
they're
so
able to tell you.
Okay. Well, Fel thanks him.
Okay.
Wanders off.
Wandering off, you see Valen with Kirith and Ellie just running around. They're marching. They're walking with the healers. There's, wagons carrying all the healing supplies that they'll need for this coming battle. But Valen's just lost in it. Time with his family. For now, this is the point of his worry. This is where he needs to be.
Mm-hmm. I guess Pel will actually kind of maybe wander more towards the elven side of kind of talking about that spell a little bit to their magic specialists.
Okay.
I guess I might go with more maybe an apothecary or an herbalist.
Mm-hmm.
If they have
Yeah,
any with the military.
as you do so, they give you very similar answers to the Legion. That there's a spell. It is, very useful in some cases and useless in others. A lot of pros and cons. There is not really an item that they can think of that would be enchanted to do so. There's really the easiest way to get someone to not use magic is to overpower them, put something in their mouth, and tie their hands so they can't use their hands.
Vocal and somatic magic.
Yeah, without vocal and somatic components, you can't cast spells.
Yeah. We need some kind of a paralyzing poison.
Mm-hmm. If you're looking for something like that, then they might be able to help you. But as far as anti-magic specifically, nothing that they can think of.
Yeah, so are there any like herbs or minerals that seem to maybe like be more resistant
No minerals. There's magical items that you can cast spells with to cause a target to be paralyzed, so they're incapacitated, fail strength throws. You have advantage on attacks with them. Basically things that will cause a paralyzed condition.
How about
Let me
poisons that would
see.
lower like wisdom or intelligence?
Nothing that would have any kind of immediate effect.
Okay.
The main thing that they share with you would be nightshade as an herb that can cause paralysis or curare. Can also be a paralyzing agent. It's just
Okay.
the problem getting somebody to consume it, getting into their bloodstream, and a significant enough dosage to cause any kind of effect.
So what we need is a taser.
Valen has one of those.
Mm-hmm. Technically.
But yeah, I guess it tells it maybe try to find some if somebody is selling or has some kind of a paralyzing poison, or could make one like at the apothecaries, or their person or
There's
caravan with theory.
no one has actually available carrying it with them. They're mostly kind of carrying the essentials. Give me an investigation check just to see what you might be able to find.
One of my few stats that's not buffed much. One good roll. 13.
Yeah, no one here that you speak to has nightshade or any kind of paralyzing agent that they think would be effective that you could put onto anything. These people are mostly really carrying food, weapons, and manners of healing, and that is all. No comforts, no additional herbs, or they are here for war, and they are here to try to help their people, their race survive.
Poison can be used in war.
It can. There's plenty of poison, but there's no kind of paralysis.
Wow.
A lot of people name
Boring.
herbs.
Oh wait. Pal's gonna run back to our cart and try to find Plaint's herbs and see if he has some belladonna.
Blaine does not have any belladonna. He has several plants
Oh,
that you do not recognize. um, there's one that is essentially like a corkscrew vine with large thorns. There is a red flower with a black center.
that might work.
I think that's all he actually had. I think the rest of them were.
Mystery
I think
herb
the
out
rest
of
of them.
arrows.
Mm-hmm. He has some normal plants. He has like some daisies, some basil, rosemary, some herbs even, but nothing. And a couple you don't recognize, but nothing that you know for sure would cause paralysis.
I guess Pell's gonna go find Harlow and ask him if he knows what the red flower with the black center is.
um, let me try to do a nature check.
Harlow knows plan.
Does a 27 work, Ian?
27 will do it.
If not, I would speak with the plant.
Oh, fuck off. This is a coneflower.
Does it do anything?
Nope. It's just kind of pretty.
Darn it.
And I'll also use the other one for, the 27 for the other flower as well. You see that there is no flower or anything. It's just kind of more vine-like with large spikes.
Prickle vine.
Yeah.
So Harlow turns to the group and goes, Are you trying to
Does
find?
it?
Are you trying to see if these ones are poisonous?
Yes. Specifically paralytic.
Harlow-
This one.
Go ahead, Ian.
No, please. Nope, Harlow, speak.
Harlow is gonna walk up to their cart with all the plants, and he's gonna use speak with plants.
You're gonna persuade them to be.
No, Harlow.
Lead them.
Excuse me. Harlow is gonna ask the plants in the cart if any of them are poisonous.
Oh, Golf Rider. God. Sorry.
Deserved.
No, he just jumped onto me.
Deserved.
No. This is the Ash Wild Rose, is what this one identifies itself as.
And what would you like your name to be?
I am Ash Wild Rose. Don't touch me, bitch.
Are you poisonous?
I have a poisonous personality.
Did you say a poisonous personality?
It ignores that question.
No, I'm asking you, Ian.
Yes, I did. I said it has a poisonous personality.
Okay, I put that plant down. I pick up another one. Are you poisonous?
Nope.
What about
How many
the
plants
mushroom that
How many
Bruce actually
plants
cooked?
are in the cart?
Well, I thought it was
There-
mushroom, but it's lighted, so it wouldn't hurt Dragonborn.
But if it's still poisonous, it's still poisonous.
There is about like 7 plants in there, but are like ones you know and recognize, from herbs to the coneflower to the Ash Wild Rose. Now that you now know what it is, no, none of them are poisonous.
Darn, I was gonna say if I roll
You know.
six D100s, would you, and one of them turns out to be 100.
Yeah, fuck it, sure. Let the dice decide.
Bruce wants Harlow to talk to his mushroom.
Well, 75, 62, 89, 63, 84, and 1.
Sorry, bud. That's a no. You try and talk to the mushroom.
I thought the mushroom got Smoked.
It didn't get smoked, it got cooked.
Same
It
thing.
started emitting noxious fumes. But Bruce brings the mushroom to you and tries to get you to talk to it.
I go, hello. And what is your name? What was that, Ian? Nice to meet you, Ian.
Fuck off. It's a goddamn mushroom. It's not a plant. You can't talk to mushrooms. They're fungi.
Technically, it says any plant.
A mushroom's not a goddamn plant. It's a fungi.
Yeah, it's a different kingdom.
That is
Mhm.
fair.
Also,
That
it's
is
goddamn blighted. So
Well, at least we found out its name is Ian.
it's very close to. It's close enough to a plant that you can get some kind of thought out of it, but it is literally a mushroom, and it has next to no thought, and it
And
is
been
literally.
So its name is Ian.
Fuck off.
And I just look at Bruce and go, why don't you just keep that in your pocket?
He puts it
And
in a
then Paul has
jar
another-
just to make sure he keeps it safe.
All right, where'd you
And
get a
then
jar?
I'm assuming Flank had many of them in the cart.
Okay, yeah, no, he did have a couple spare jars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did you pull it out of your ass?
The cart.
And
Inserting
then
a whole mason jar into my anus.
Hey, I mean, now it's a bioweapon.
Do you guys want to hear a funny story that I got from work?
What?
One of the cooks, one of the prisoners, last week got back to his room after work to find his bunkie laying on the bottom bunk with his hands and feet gripping the top bunk because he'd put a lotion bottle in his ass and it got stuck.
Oh,
That's
God.
hilarious.
Had to go to the emergency room. Got there, they couldn't get it out. They were taking it to the OR, and then a new doctor walked in, and she said, "Hold on, let me see if I can get it." Gloved up, and just went full on into his ass and pulled it out.
See, Ian, why don't you do those things for me?
I mean,
Because
if it can go
you
in, it can come out.
know to use a flared base, John.
What'd you say?
You know that you're supposed to use a flared base. Unfortunately, prison lotion bottles don't have flared bases.
No.
Hey guys, you want to know something about Ian that happened on the wedding?
What?
He had his first boy kiss.
I did. It was cute. I cannot wait to see that picture. It's going to be so fucking adorable. And it's going to make everyone in my family so uncomfortable. Which is really the biggest bonus of them all.
And then immediately he goes, I have to go call Brittany.
Uh-huh. I was expecting her to be more surprised. Honestly, a little bit more surprised than she was. Was kind of disappointed that with her lack of surprise that it happened.
She
Okay.
probably knew it was going to happen at some point.
Mm-hmm. She was probably like, oh, already? Wow, okay. Cool. By this time, it's mid-afternoon. You guys have been looking for and trying to plan out things. It's kind of been following you around. It says, sounds like you guys don't really have a plan. I'm going to help a little bit.
Phil says, I'm working
But
on
I've
one.
been around you. I've never even met you before. She points at Bruce. Barely know Valen.
Is Bruce on the ground still looking for other mushrooms?
Absolutely.
You're so dirty at this point.
Ed uses Druidcraft and Druidcrafts some mushrooms for you.
Are they magic?
No, because they go away immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help me.
Magic.
He just shrugs at you. So, while my people and the Legion are going at them head on, how are we getting in behind them? We're going to have to separate
Yes.
soon and make our own way across this landscape to get into the stronghold.
I mean,
So
like,
you're saying from
like
behind?
behind them.
We
Or
were gonna
like-
sneak in with Vanish Without a Trace.
I don't have without a pass without a trace. Do any of you have that spell?
I do.
Harlow does.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Harlow does.
So that'll be good for a little bit, but not forever. Remember, we'll probably need to leave like tomorrow. There's what, 100,000 soldiers here? We don't want to be caught with this big group. We need to sneak away
So
and make our own entrance. They're going to distract them, and we need to wait for that distraction till we can actually enter the stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
But how we do that, I don't know. All I know is we need to get away from here and hopefully, undetected, make our way towards Dragonvor's lair.
Mm-hmm.
so what you're saying is we need to go from behind.
She
In
pulls
your
her
words,
glasses. She
in
pulls
your
her
words,
glasses.
we need to
Helps
take
her
them
glasses
from
and
behind.
looks over at you.
Hmm?
She moves her glasses down and just stares at you.
Your words, you said we had to take them from behind.
God damn it.
Do we
John.
know how to? Do we know how
John?
to get it? Yeah.
Can you roll 2 more D100s for me?
Jesus Christ. Okay. 76 and 23.
$76.
And 23.
All right. Ed's eyes glow golden, and you, Harlow, are suddenly exhausted. You take a level of exhaustion.
What the fuck?
That doesn't help us.
She gives you a little wink. Funny man.
That wasn't even Harlow. That was me saying it.
Yeah, but Harlow, you're Harlow. So both. Just so you know, my wild magic is a little more special now. Learned some stuff since I left you guys. My mother
Bruce,
has taught me
Bruce
quite
points to
well.
Harlow. He learned some stuff too. Show him, Carlo.
Both Harlow and Carlo just stare at you. Going, what?
You learned stuff, didn't you?
I learned how to be angry.
There's Carlo. That's new.
Who the fuck is Carlo?
So Harlow goes, hold on, and then takes a second, knocks on his head, and goes, come on out. And like Harlow's face changes just for a blip, for a glimpse into like that darker skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hello, and then goes back to Harlow.
Okay. No more
I was like-
questions.
It's like My brother.
Elephant
He's a
God.
little. He's a little angry.
Yeah, I can see that.
He was
Okay.
severely blighted. We kind of had to take him down.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a
And
thing.
he also killed my father. So Carlo comes back out, not on purpose.
So we have experience
Ed-
taking down a blighted person.
Ed kind of turns her head and looks at you, Pell, and just mouths, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, a lot's happened.
Yeah, looks like it. So okay. Um.
So again, Harlow goes, "You're suggesting we find a way to surprise them by having the group be a distraction."
We're not the distraction, Harlow. They are. And she motions to the elves and legion around you. They're giving up probably most of their lives. Most of these people around us are going to die. For us to be able to get in there and take down Dragonvor, and we got to do it as quickly as we can and as quietly as we can.
Yes, I understand that.
I mean, Bruce points out they're dead either way. Either we succeed and they live, or some of them die, or we don't succeed and they're all dead either way.
Why would you put that out in the universe?
He's not wrong.
People are dying either way. It's kind of,
He's not wrong. If we fail here, everyone else around us dies.
Well, which is a really good plan.
That's our best plan, is to find a way in.
And how are we going to do that?
Blow a hole.
That might draw their attention a little bit away from the
over the
massive army that's coming towards them.
100,000 people?
Yeah, the they still might come fucking kill us.
Over the roar of 100,000 people, they're going to hear a tiny blast?
We don't know what that stronghold's made of. We don't know how much it's going to take to get in there.
Both of you have a fine point. If we find a way or a side entrance, I believe I have some ways to get us through a wall.
Is it mold earth?
Surprisingly, no.
That's a good idea. If it's made out of...
But it's very similar.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, every scout we've sent in to try and get any images or an idea of what it looks like has been killed. Whether in wild shape or hidden. So we're kind of stuck here without any ideas of what it looks like, what this layout is.
We do still have our sending stone with a dragon ally to call on.
Nope, no, we did not.
No, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You lost their number.
We lost the hat of vermin, too, because we could have sent in mice.
Well,
True.
mice do what they do.
Look, we have ways to get in. Now we just need to leave from the group.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So what we'll do is at least keep the group in sight, but go, I don't know, west.
Left.
Yes.
West sounds like a plan.
Bell
At least
agrees.
we have one. Who all are we informing of our way forward?
Nobody.
Um,
In case they get captured.
The only one that we would tell is Valen when they come back to us, and they'll come back eventually.
We should perhaps tell the leaders so they know not where to hit or where to hit the least.
I would rather them not know, just because if they get caught in some kind of truth spell.
Ed smiles a little bit. I'm pretty sure that the Blighted will not be using any truth spells. They are more like animals, really, than the people that they were, the animals they once were. They're feral.
Bruce raises his hand. He's like, they messed with my mind.
Dragonborn may do so. The rest of them, I don't. I don't
Exactly.
think much of an issue for the
When we
Legion.
meet up with Dragonborn, we don't want to risk that.
Whatever you wish.
So Harlow looks at it and goes, "Do you want to tell the commanders that where we're going?"
I know
I
my.
think if we keep it just to the commanders.
I will leave that a choice to you.
I think if we keep it just to the commanders, there's not really much risk.
Of telling? Just telling them?
Yeah, but of course, behind closed doors, of course. But I don't see, Titus Valerian giving up our plan. Plus, if they're using any kind of trebuchets or ballistae or something blasting at the walls, we don't want to be hit.
Ooh, actually, can we call him back to the group real quick?
Who?
The guy you just said, Pell.
I don't think we call him. We go to him.
Okay, when the troop settles down, can we find him?
Yes, you. It's approaching nighttime, and the Legion begins to slow down. The camp is set up very similarly, with the group of elves in the center of these legions camp, kind of protected on all sides by the legion's encampments. You see wizards who seem to specialize in engineering begin molding earth and forming trenches and walls out of the ground around them. The camp is set up in less than 15-20 minutes, and you make your way towards the command tent. It's very easy to do so for you.
So we find Valen. Valen comes back to the group, and we also find the Jesus you made. Can't think of his name now.
Sinius Rakther.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to bring Sinius Rakther with you?
No.
Okay. That's where Valen was, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. It is pretty easy to find. Valen is actually with Kirith. You don't see Sinius Rakther around. He is just spending time with Kirith and with Ellie. He sees you approach, and The smile falls from Valen's face a little bit. Is it time?
Harlow nods, but he's also looking for Cineas.
You're looking for Cineas, Harlow?
Yes.
He's not here right now. We sent him away so he could be alone.
He's
Where?
part of their family. Wouldn't send him away.
Where did you send him to?
I believe he's setting up our tent.
So Harlow will quietly leave the group to go find Cineas then.
Okay, pretty easy. He's, a few dozen yards away, just setting up Kirith and Ellie's tent.
So Harlow approaches him from behind and just claps the hand onto his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't turn him though.
Mm-hmm.
But does Cineas know it's him?
Probably not. He turns around to see you. He doesn't really even know you that well.
So Harlow goes, "You now care for this family?"
That is my duty.
Harlow casts Zone of Truth on where he stands.
Okay, what kind of save is that?
It is a charisma saving throw. 16.
Would want to even not save?
So yeah, you'll know he kind of is just gonna instinctively try to save against it. But I doubt he'll succeed. What's your DC?
16.
Yeah, he doesn't save.
So Harlow again asks, now looking in his eye, goes, "Do you care for this family?"
As is my duty, yes, I do.
Would you risk your life for this family?
As I have 100 times, yes, I would.
Would you willingly protect them through everything?
My actions speak for themselves. I have already done so.
Jeez, John, this sounds like a marriage proposal.
Harlow then says, "What I am telling you stays between us. Do I have your word?"
Yes.
Harlow tells him that everyone in the group, including Valen, are going west. And he is to remain with Valen's wife and kid. And if they try to go and follow them, he must prevent them.
They will not follow. Their duty lays here. As much as we wish to be with Valen, our duty is here with the Legion.
Then I have your word that you will keep them here.
I will do no such thing. That is not my duty. My duty is to serve.
Harlow sits there and nods and just understands. She goes, "Good." And dispels the Zone of Truth. But then as leaving, he goes, no one is to know of this.
Senius Raxor bows his head, the chains around his neck clinking as he does so.
And then comes back to Valen and his family. And says that it's time.
Valen stands, gives Ellie a kiss on her forehead, and a huge hug. Gives Kirith a kiss and hugs her as well. And shares a parting glance with his family as he turns and walks away, joining you, looking over his shoulder until he can't see them anymore.
When everyone's here, Harlow nods and then walks with the group.
Mm-hmm. You all make your way to the command tent of the Legion, where Tritus Valerian resides. You are able to make your way into the tent fairly easily. You are only challenged momentarily until the guards recognize you. You walk in, and Tritus Valerian is sitting there at their table, studying a map of what land they know lies before them. He does not look up from his table as you walk in. What do you all do?
I think we all leave, right?
Wait, why did we go meet him then?
With Valen?
Why did we go meet Titus?
You're in Tritus's tent waiting to speak with him.
Oh.
They are standing at the table in this, like the command table in the center of the tent, studying a map of the region ahead of them, out of the Legion. They do not look up. They do not recognize that you are that you have all entered, but wait for you to speak.
Harlow just says, like, this is when we take our leave. We will see you again. Good luck.
Is that all you have to say?
That is all that Harlow says. Anybody else?
Yeah,
Bruce
Appel,
is good.
just to say we it's like, says hi. Yeah, we came here to to share with you that we plan to sneak in to Dragonborn's lair on the from the western side. We're going to detach from the group tomorrow morning, and to not be too close to the fray when it kicks off.
Do you need any assistance to access the stronghold?
Given our lack of knowledge of the substance used to make the stronghold, it might be helpful if we had some kind of a means to break through if it's something that we can't handle ourselves.
Dynamite.
Preferably more subtle.
That is subtle.
Harlow goes, Is it a stone structure?
We are not
Nobody
aware.
knows.
Yeah, we don't know what it's made of.
From what
That's
we
why I
can
think we should have
tell,
examine it.
from the limited reports we have, and from what we have been able to see from this distance, with the aid of magnification, appears to be some kind of stone, potentially, perhaps porous. We do see things crawling in and out of it at all angles, at all locations, so we're not even sure if it's a solid structure. It could mostly just be a mess of caverns and caves, all connected and woven through with tunnels to many exterior points.
Harlow nods and goes, I think that's the best information that we can go with.
Bruce is still wondering if we can get explosives.
I have no explosives for you, unfortunately.
Hands pal many
We must
explosives.
reserve those for our distractions and to try and destroy as much as the blighted army that Dragonvor has created. However, I wish you luck. Good riddance. May we meet again. May the sun be always at your back. Tritus bows to you a little bit, salutes you with a fist over the heart.
Harlow bows and repeats the gesture.
Move swiftly. We will signal you with our intent. We'll send a message. As soon as we begin our attack, you will know. But let us know if you need us, when you need us to do so.
Pal's gonna actually quickly kind of say, would you happen to have any kind of means of communicating? Maybe perhaps some ascending stones?
Naturally, they toss over a sending stone to you. This one will be directly towards myself or my commanders. Notify us when you are in place, and we will commence our attack.
Perfect. Pal thanks him, bows his head, and does the same gesture he did.
Anything else then? No. I've had my men, my people, set up a tent for you. Rest tonight, or make your way tonight, whichever is your choice. And they dismiss you. With that, we're going to end the session. You'll have a plan in place. Next time, we will move on to sneaking into Dragonvor's stronghold.